Supporters of Burkina Faso's military leader have called for...
It's a great symbol and it reflects the friendly character of
Captain Ibrahim Traoré,
revolutionary leader Captain Ibrahim.
I learned a lot about culture, about history.
See this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traoré and
This is part of the industrialization process.
Burkina Faso stands at a crossroads as Captain Ibrahim Traoré's radical economic reforms shake its foundations. From crushing debt to nationalizing gold, these bold moves promise transformation, but at what cost? Today, we dive into how Traoré's vision could redefine the nation's future forever. Chapter 1. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's rise to power. Captain Ibrahim Traoré emerged as a pivotal figure in Burkina Faso's political landscape amid growing dissatisfaction with previous leadership. His ascent was marked by a military coup that capitalized on widespread public frustration over insecurity and economic stagnation. Traoré's leadership style blends military discipline with promises of reform, appealing to a population eager for change. His rise reflects broader regional trends where younger military officers challenge entrenched political elites. Traoré's ability to consolidate power quickly and implement decisive actions has positioned him as a transformative, albeit controversial, leader. His tenure is defined by a commitment to overhaul systems perceived as corrupt or ineffective, setting the stage for the sweeping economic reforms now underway. This background is essential to understanding the motivations behind his bold policy moves. Chapter 2. The Vision for Economic Autonomy and Self-Reliance. Traoré's economic vision centers on reducing Burkina Faso's dependence on foreign aid and external financial institutions.
Captain Ibrahim Traoré,
Revolutionary leader Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
If they dare touch Ibrahim Traoré, they will regret. We are ready to go and fight in the Burkina Faso. Me, my old age, I'll go and fight in the Burkina Faso.
Across Africa and beyond, a name is echoing louder than ever in conversations about leadership, sovereignty, and the future of the continent.
He advocates for a sovereign economic model that prioritizes national resources and local industries. This approach aims to empower domestic production, strengthen internal markets, and foster sustainable growth without external interference. By focusing on self-reliance, Traoré seeks to shield the economy from global shocks and conditionalities imposed by international lenders. The strategy includes promoting industrialization, enhancing agricultural productivity, and controlling key sectors like mining. This vision challenges the traditional development paradigm dominated by international organizations and aims to build a resilient economy rooted in national interests. It represents a strategic pivot toward economic independence and long-term stability. Chapter 3. Clearing Burkina Faso's $4.7 billion external debt. One of Traoré's most ambitious moves has been addressing Burkina Faso's substantial external debt burden, which stood at approximately $4.7 billion. This debt constrained fiscal policy and limited investment in critical sectors. Traoré's administration has prioritized debt clearance to regain financial sovereignty and redirect resources toward development projects. By negotiating debt relief or restructuring, the government aims to reduce interest payments and free up capital for infrastructure, education, and healthcare. This effort also signals a break from reliance on traditional creditors and international financial institutions. Successfully managing this debt could improve Burkina Faso's creditworthiness and attract alternative investment sources. The challenge lies in balancing debt reduction with maintaining essential public services during the transition. Chapter 4. Nationalization and control of the gold mining sector. Gold mining is a cornerstone of Burkina Faso's economy, and Traoré has taken decisive steps to nationalize and control this sector. Previously dominated by foreign companies, the mining industry's profits often left the country with limited benefits. By asserting state control, the government aims to capture a larger share of revenues and reinvest them domestically.
Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso's 37-year-old military leader, has become a rising star across Africa, celebrated for his anti-colonial stance, bold economic reforms, and his rejection of Western influence. But in Nigeria, support for Traoré might now come at a cost. In Benin City, Edo State, Marxist activists.
This move also seeks to regulate environmental and labor practices more strictly. Nationalization is intended to ensure that gold resources contribute directly to national development goals rather than enriching external stakeholders. However, this policy shift introduces challenges, including managing operational efficiency and potential investor pushback. The reform reflects a broader strategy to harness natural resources as engines for economic transformation. Chapter 5: Establishment of the National Gold Refinery and its Impact. The creation of a national gold refinery marks a significant milestone in Burkina Faso's efforts to add value within its borders. Previously, raw gold was exported for processing abroad, resulting in lost economic opportunities. The refinery enables the country to process gold domestically, increasing revenue retention and creating jobs. This facility also enhances the government's ability to monitor and regulate gold production, reducing illicit trade and smuggling. By controlling refining, Burkina Faso strengthens its bargaining power in global markets and fosters industrial development. The refinery symbolizes a shift toward vertical integration in the mining sector, supporting broader goals of economic autonomy and sustainable growth. Its success will depend on operational efficiency and integration with other reforms. Chapter 6: Agricultural Reforms and Record Cereal Production. Agriculture remains vital to Burkina Faso's economy, and recent reforms have focused on boosting productivity and food security. Traoré's policies emphasize modernizing farming techniques, improving irrigation, and providing better access to inputs like seeds and fertilizers. These measures have contributed to record cereal harvests, reducing the country's dependence on food imports. The reforms also aim to increase farmers' incomes and stimulate rural economies.
The first cans of tomato concentrate made in Burkina from the tomato processing plant in Bobo-Dioulasso, Burkina's second-largest city. Local tomato processing is now a reality thanks to contributions from the local population. This venture into value addition will create great opportunities not only
by strengthening agriculture, the government addresses both economic and social stability, as a large portion of the population relies on farming for livelihood. This sector's revitalization complements industrial and mining reforms, creating a more balanced and resilient economic foundation. The success in cereal production highlights the potential of targeted policy interventions. Chapter 7: Industrialization and Diversification Efforts. Captain Traoré's administration is aggressively pursuing industrialization to reduce Burkina Faso's economic reliance on a few sectors. By fostering new industries such as manufacturing and agro-processing, the government aims to create jobs and stimulate domestic value chains. Diversification efforts include promoting small and medium enterprises and encouraging investment in technology and renewable energy. This strategy is designed to build a more resilient economy capable of withstanding external shocks like commodity price fluctuations. Expanding beyond traditional exports, these policies seek to broaden the economic base, improve productivity, and increase exports of finished goods rather than raw materials. Industrialization is viewed as a critical pathway to sustainable development and economic independence. Chapter 8: Rejection of IMF and World Bank Loans. Breaking financial dependence. Traoré's government has taken a firm stance by rejecting loans from the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, institutions often criticized for imposing stringent conditions. This rejection signals a deliberate move to break free from external financial control and conditionalities that can limit policy flexibility. By avoiding these loans, Burkina Faso aims to protect its economic sovereignty and pursue development on its own terms. The decision also reflects skepticism toward debt accumulation and the influence of global financial institutions on domestic affairs.
Gratuities on the side that inure to the benefit of the strongman leader.
I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traoré and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's...
This approach requires finding alternative funding sources, including regional partnerships and domestic revenue mobilization to finance development projects and social programs. Chapter 9: Infrastructure Projects, New Airport and Support Centers. Significant investments in infrastructure are underway to support Burkina Faso's economic transformation. The construction of a new airport aims to enhance connectivity, facilitate trade, and attract foreign investment. Alongside this, the government is developing support centers that provide services to businesses and farmers, improving access to technology, training, and markets. These projects are designed to modernize transportation and logistics networks, reduce transaction costs, and stimulate regional integration. Improved infrastructure is expected to boost productivity and create an enabling environment for industrial and agricultural growth. These developments reflect a strategic focus on building physical assets that underpin long-term economic resilience and competitiveness. Chapter 10. Social and Economic Challenges Amid Security Concerns. Burkina Faso faces complex social and economic challenges exacerbated by ongoing security threats from armed groups. Insecurity disrupts agricultural activities, displaces communities, and hampers investment in affected regions.
Captain Ibrahim Traoré,
Revolutionary leader Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
If they dare touch Ibrahim Traoré, they will regret. We are ready to go and fight in the Burkina Army. Me, my old age, I'm going to fight in the Burkina Faso Army.
Across Africa and beyond, a name is echoing louder than ever in conversations about leadership, sovereignty, and the future of the continent.
These conditions strain public resources and complicate the implementation of economic reforms. The government must balance priorities between strengthening security and advancing development initiatives. Social tensions may rise due to uneven access to benefits and displacement pressures. Economic hardships, including inflation and unemployment, risk fueling further instability. Addressing these intertwined challenges requires coordinated policies that integrate security measures with social protection and economic inclusion to maintain public support and foster stability. Chapter 11. Public Reception and Criticism of Traoré's Economic Policies. Public opinion on Traoré's economic reforms is mixed, with some praising the boldness and others expressing concern over potential hardships. Supporters highlight the pursuit of economic sovereignty, debt relief, and efforts to harness natural resources for national benefit. Critics warn that rapid changes, such as nationalization and rejection of external aid, may deter investment and slow growth. There are fears about transparency, governance, and the impact on vulnerable populations. The reforms have sparked debates about balancing short-term sacrifices with long-term gains. Public reception is shaped by the visible effects on daily life, employment, and security, influencing the political legitimacy of Traoré's administration. Chapter 12. Regional and global implications of Burkina Faso's economic shift. Burkina Faso's economic reforms have significant regional and global implications. By challenging traditional financial institutions and asserting control over key resources, the country sets a precedent for other African nations seeking economic independence.
Burkina Faso's latest bet is on its cashew industry. Efforts to utilize its abundant cashew apples are already underway. This new $11 million processing plant in particular is expected to create a new boom.
This shift may encourage regional cooperation and alternative economic alliances, potentially altering trade and investment patterns. Globally, it signals a move away from reliance on Western-led development models toward more autonomous strategies. However, it also risks isolation or economic retaliation if relations with international partners sour. The reforms contribute to ongoing debates about sovereignty, development, and globalization in the 21st century, positioning Burkina Faso as a noteworthy case in Africa's evolving economic landscape. Captain Traoré's economic reforms are bold and controversial, poised to reshape Burkina Faso's destiny. Whether these changes lead to prosperity or hardship, only time will tell. Stay tuned as this story unfolds and Burkina Faso charts its own path to the future. Thanks for watching.